Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Afsara 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and I am with you with the area of accounting and financial management for bankers. Am I audible, everyone? Hanji, in the last class, I started with the specific area of company accounts, right? So I talked about what is the basic company accounts and how do we work upon it. We had done the basic concepts of it. So today I'm going to talk further about it in the form of the accounts. Okay? That is what I'll be talking about today. Done, everyone? What is company accounts? Basic concepts. We talked about the companies, we talked about the schedules under which it was formed, all those things we have done in detail. Now comes the first question. What should notes to accounts contain according to the schedule? Which is the schedule, everyone? Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. What's the question there? Only narrative descriptions of items recognized in financial statements, only information about items that qualify for recognition, or narrative descriptions or disaggregation of items should be shown that do not qualify, or only narrative descriptions or disaggregations that do not qualify for recognition. Tricky question written in a very theoretical manner. See, the point is, what would I put into the books of accounts? The ones which I'm certain about, right? The ones which I'm certain about, that would be the point ki, acha, ha, since I know about this thing, then this is certain, this should be taken into my books of accounts, right? But what if the thing is not specified in the books of accounts due to the uncertainty associated with it? If there is uncertainty, then it is not worthy of noting down, right? That is the point. That's how we define the specific area altogether, everyone. Now, let's move on to the next point. This point says that it does not qualify for recognition. Recognition means it is not certain yet. So that is why information has to be disclosed because of full disclosure principle. So in this case, the correct answer is C. Narrative descriptions or disaggregations of items recognized in the financial statements and information about the items that do not qualify for recognition. Because of the uncertainty associated, we would not like to note it. Done, everyone? Okay, now let's move on to the next question. How should the figures in the financial statements be rounded off based on turnover? To the nearest tens, thousands, lakhs, or millions, or nearest hundreds, thousands, lakhs, millions, or decimals, or to the nearest tens, hundreds, and thousands. This is specified in the specific schedule only, that how you should be doing your rounding off as well. there is nothing which is specified in the case that oh, it should only be in tens or in thousands. It is actually saying that you should take your turnover to the nearest hundreds or thousands or lakhs or millions or decimals. Right? This is the point. Acha, the next point, everyone. Okay, so I hope this question was done. Now let's move on to the next one. How is operating cycle defined in instructions? What do you mean by the term operating cycle, everyone? I can say, I think many people think that operating cycle is related to the area of specifically ki operating cycle matlab the 1 year, the current financial year that we're talking about. What if I tell you operating cycle means the time in which we are producing the thing, completing it, that is from raw material to finished goods. That is something which we can define, and we recover the money as well. That is called operating cycle. It can be for less than 1 year. Of course, if I'm making fast moving consumer goods, raw material to finished goods is basically a very small time, and within no time it is even sold and the amount is recovered. Fast moving consumer goods, for example, toothpaste making, Coke, Pepsi, these things are sold at any point of time and at a very great speed. That means this takes less than 1 year. So it is this much amount or 1 year. The time between acquisition of assets and their disposal, acquisition of assets and realization of cash, the time between purchase of goods and their sale, or purchase of goods and their delivery. See, these two are out. These two are completely out because it talks about the assets. What about the remaining two, everyone? The remaining two, the answer would be the time between acquisition of assets and realization. No, this is wrong. In terms of operating cycle, just a moment. Correcting this question altogether. This is wrong. Operating cycle is basically the time period that we take up to complete the particular production process. Okay, this is actually the time between the purchase of goods and their sale. And rather to be added there is acquisition of and then ultimately realization of cash and cash equivalents as well. So I would go for C in this case. The answer was wrong. Next question, everyone. When is receivable classified as trade receivable according to the instructions? Everyone, when will we call something trade receivables? How do we define the term trade receivables, everyone? Trade receivables are basically if it is in respect of amount due on account of goods purchased, if the amount is due on account of services rendered, then if it is respect of amount due on account of goods or sold, services rendered in normal course of business, if it is in respect of amount due on account of goods sold or services purchased. Trade receivables are basically those people to whom we have given services. Okay, it is to the area of given services. And at the same time, we are also looking forward towards the area of we are talking about giving the services and also the amount is due. The person hasn't paid the amount yet. Either it can be services or it can be goods. It is not related to the goods because it depends upon your nature of business, right? So in this case, the correct answer is if it is in respect of the amount due on the goods sold or services rendered in normal course of business. Acha, according to the disclosure requirement, when we talk about the disclosure requirements given in the schedule, which of the following must be included in the reserves and surplus, everyone? Share reserved for issue under options, capital redemption reserve, calls unpaid by directors and officers, or aggregate number of shares bought back. This bought back means the buyback. Under the term reserves and surplus, which one should be included, everyone? Reserves and surplus is basically an area which is not shared with the public right now. ठीक है ना? See, reserves and surplus is the savings of the organization, be it for a specific purpose. I can say I'm saving money for my car. Now, this saving is defined. I'm just saving for my future. That is uncertain and undefined. Can we say this is what we call specific reserve? Because the asset is clearly defined, saving for this purpose. And if it is not stated, it is called general reserve. This is called general reserve, everyone. So in this case, the correct answer is capital redemption reserve, or also known as CRR. According to the disclosure requirements, which information is about share capital must be reconciled for the reporting period? Number of shares authorized, number of shares issued, subscribed or fully paid, par value per share, or number of shares outstanding at the beginning and the end of the reporting period. Disclosure requirement about the share capital. See, under share capital, it is very important that you specify about the details of your shares altogether. What is happening with your share capital? In this case, the correct answer is number of shares outstanding at the beginning and the end of the reporting period. The answer is this. Done? Okay. Now let's move on and talk about the next question as well. Okay. Now let's move on to the next point. How should the bonds or debentures be listed in the financial statements, everyone? Bonds and debentures. What is the classification that we need to do? In the ascending order of the maturity, or alphabetical order, or descending order of the maturity, or in order of issue date? But then when we have bonds and all, what happens is uh, the entire financial statements are based upon permanence. Matlab whatever is going to be there in the business for a longer period of time has to be shown first, and the shorter period has to be shown later. So can I say, if I take ascending order, current year would be shown first and then long term would be shown? This is wrong. There's nothing called alphabetical order. The entire working of the balance sheet is insanely interesting, but in a different way as well. Or in order of issue date, no, it is not even that. It is actually based upon descending maturity, order of maturity period. Descending order matlab the ones which is going to take a lot of time, 10 years, 20 years, has to be shown first. And the one which has lesser number of years are going again on the era of current liability, depending upon if it is just about to be paid. It is in the descending order of maturity date. What information must be disclosed about the bonds and debentures? Rate of interest and particularly of redemption only. Rate of interest, particulars of redemption, conversion, security details, redemption date only, or conversion details only. What's going to be the answer? Disclosed about bonds and debentures. Actually, we have to specify everything. If we do not, then we are in a trouble. We have to tell about the rate of interest. Yes, we have to. Particulars of redemption, by what time we are redeeming it, and at the same time, what amount are we redeeming at? Okay. Then the next point would be the specific area. What would be the answer there? That is, everything has to be shown there. Done, everyone? Chaliye now. Let's move on. In this case, the answer is rate of interest, everything else has to be shown, and rather even the terms, if we are converting it has to be shown, and if we have mortgaged any security as a particular surety I've given, that also has to be shown. This is the specific area of rate of interest. Now let's move on to the next point. What type of short-term securities or borrowings are included in the financial statements? Loans repayable on demand, loans and advances from related parties, deposits only, or loans repayable on demand, loans, advances from related parties, or other loans. Short-term borrowings are basically included in the financial statements because the short-term borrowings are the ones which we have taken and will be paying back in a year. In this case, the answer is going to be loans repayable on demand, loans and advances from related parties, deposits and other loans. These are all included. Done, everyone? Let's look at the next question. Acha, everyone, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then hurry up and subscribe it right away, because again, for this examination for JIIB, we are here with you and talking about all these topics in detail further. You know? Acha, one more thing, everyone. I am conducting a mini marathon tomorrow at 3 a.m. So kindly be there for the AFM. Module A, I'll be covering up Module A tomorrow at 3 p.m. So kindly be there and let's cover it up tomorrow in a very good way and in a healthy manner. Let's cover the entire Module A. I've covered numerical questions. I'll be covering numericals plus the theoretical questions, or based upon the Macmillan book, of course, so that you can get an idea of what kind of questions you can expect in your examination. Right? Okay, everyone. Next question. Under the current liabilities, what is included in the category of application money received for allotment of securities? Dividends, advances towards allotment of share capital, accrued interest on borrowings, or income received in advance. Application money received for allotment of securities. Allotment matlab we haven't given this money to these people yet, right? We are supposed to allot them shares. So if we have this particular category, then this is related to the area of advances which are related to the area of share capital. The amount that we receive in advance, but it has to be adjusted. It is not yet adjusted. This happens like if we have issued the shares just now and it is 31st of March, and we don't want that this thing should happen. Done. Let's look at the next question then. Again, a reminder, everyone, 11, kal, the timings for, there are different marathons going on. For AFM tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Is for Priyanshu ma'am, and I think Aarti ma'am is also taking a class tomorrow at 1, 11, 1 and 3. Mark times, everyone. We are here for the marathons at this point of time. My marathon for module A, English medium, would be at 3 p.m. Rest 2 are bilingual. Okay? Done, everybody? Chaliye. Now, let's move on and talk about the specific area further. How are short-term provisions classified? When we look at the short-term provisions only as provision for employee benefits, only as provision for tangible assets, or provisions for employees' benefits and others, or provision for intangible assets. Short-term provisions are those provisions which are created, which are to be paid in the upcoming future, but in less than 1 year. So can I say this is provision for employee benefits and others, fringe benefits and anything which is to be paid within a short time span? Chaliye, let's end the session here itself, everyone. But before I end my session, let's go on to our website. Okay, this is our website, everyone. And let's look at it. Go on to our website www.adda247.com. Go on to the area of JIIB May 2024. You're planning to purchase it, then go ahead and go on, click on double validity, everyone. The time is going on. Acha, Holi will be on this upcoming Monday, right? So please make sure that you are enjoying that particular festival. Along with this, if you are planning to purchase, then this is double celebration. We are providing double validity on all our courses right now. All you need to do is use the code Y541. Use this particular code, apply it, and you will get for 6,000. That means this is available for 6,000 only, everyone. At this point of time, for 12 months, 500 rupees per month. What are you getting in Mahapack? English medium, bilingual, both batches. Test series, ebooks, basic level, everything covered. Matlab, you get test series individual plus individual chapters, topic wise, plus the complete mocks. All the things available. Ebooks, chapter wise, module wise, everything available. Then 10 plus hours of mini marathon, 5 plus hours of Maha marathon. Everything is added here. Matlab, if you purchase this particular course, what else is required? There's nothing else that is left in terms of JIIB. So kindly check it out on our website and our app for further details, everyone. Don't forget to buy it right away. Use the code Y541 and get the maximum discount. Thank you so much for being there, everyone. I'll be meeting you in the next session on Monday. Monday special sessions would be there, so go ahead and attend them. And don't forget to be there at 3 p.m. Mini marathon tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.